Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's Shamans Directory live event. I'm Trisha Bennett from the Northeast corner of the United States, and I'm one of the founding members of Shamans Directory and delighted always to be one of the hosts of these programs. I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your day to attend our event. Please feel welcome to say hello in the chat and let us know where you're from. Take a moment to settle yourself into your own sacred space so that you can receive the wisdom and knowledge that will be offered to all of us today in our program, Frequency, Alchemy, and the Ceremony of Song with Blum. Before we begin, I'd like to tell you just a little bit about Shamans Directory. So for those of you who don't know us, Shamans Directory is an online global platform dedicated to bringing shamanic, earth-based services to the world's doorstep. We are inclusive to original people, First Nation teachers and healers, and modern-day shamanic practitioners with lineage-based training. We are a nonprofit created for healers, teachers, clients, and the curious to offer global access to shamanic healing and teaching, and to support the great shift in consciousness that we are all here on Earth to create together at this time. If you enjoy your time with us, we welcome you to join us in our collective One Fire, One Medicine vision. And you can do that by visiting our website, shamansdirectory.com, and scrolling down to the join our newsletter opt-in, where you will be notified of events like this on a monthly basis. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Shamans Directory. So today, we are delighted to welcome Ava Tree Blum. Ava is a member on the directory, on Shamans Directory, as well as a working member of the Shamans Directory team that brings Shamans Directory to life from the background. So we really want to thank Ava for that. So we are delighted to welcome Ava Tree Blum. Ava Tree is a member on the directory as well as a working member of the team that brings Shamans Directory to life. Ava is a mesa and song carrier who has sung songs with Pachamama since her earliest memories, through forest, mountain, and meadow. She's recorded 2 original albums and loves to sing icaros and healing songs during plant medicine ceremonies. And in her shamanic healing practice, Ava weaves the power of breath and vibration into her treatment and calls on the wind for support. She also offers voice alchemy to help others activate and heal their self-expression. So I'd like to welcome Ava, and also she offers voice alchemy to help others activate and heal their self-expression. So before we begin, Ava has asked everyone today to have a candle, some water, a flower, and some incense. So if you have not collected those things, feel free to do so at this time. And now I'm delighted to turn it over to Ava. Welcome, Ava.
We're dropping these pebbles, if you will, into this lake within ourself, and the benefits are tremendous. We can feel these ripple effects that can help unlock a lot of old trauma, for instance, in our liver or throughout our organs. We can access pain, trauma, any way that we may have been shut down through our throat chakra, or we say in the Andean cosmology, the konkenawe, the energy eye of the throat. We can open this through the blessing of sound frequency. So this is what I'm passionate about. This is what I love. This is what excites me. And I recognize for myself that I've always been singing. And part of this shamanic path for me is a remembrance. And I think this is true for all of us, that we step into this mystical realms of higher consciousness and deep communion with Pachamama, our Earth Mother, to remember ourselves as divine beings of light, and to remember ourselves also as innocence, as playful, light-hearted souls that are here, alive to thrive. And um, our allies, you know, our sacred nature, our elemental allies and guides want us to express authentically. And we do that by opening these nahues or energy eyes and integrating ourselves, integrating some of these sacred essences through the lens of love and through the lens of presence. So this is a beautiful, beautiful dance. Sound, vibration, breath is, one could say, is the key to higher consciousness. It's has such practical application physically in terms of bringing us joy, bringing us well-being. Toning can actually help our left and right hemisphere harmonize and increase our capacity to learn, increase our capacity to heal, of course, and yeah, open new channels of neuroplasticity in our brain, actually new channels, so that we can be receivers and bridges or chakanas in this lifetime, where we're really connecting with what I call in the Andean cosmology, or the Hanak Pacha, embodying in the Kai Pacha in this realm, and anchoring in to the Uko Pacha, our inner realm, and bringing all these treasures, all of our life experience to us with our breath, with this power of alchemy, with the power of exhale. So that's what I want to talk about here. I invite all of us to light your candle if you haven't done so yet. I invite you to just become comfortable. Close your eyes if you feel to, and begin to soften your breath, feeling your inhale expand into your heart's temple. And let that exhale be soft and a little bit longer. And with your soft vision, begin to tune into this candle, this beautiful rose gold flame, Mama Nina, fire. And we're going to just take some breaths here. And first, I want to say thank you to Pachamama, our great Earth Mother, for being with us today in this ceremony, this building of Ayu, this building of community, And thank you so much, Pachamama, for walking with us and being with us in this sacred time, in this sacred space, helping us remember who we are as beings of divine light. And feel this energy of the candle igniting this fire in our heart. With our next inhale, we're going to pull in this high frequency of Sami and ignite this fire even more. We pull in our breath together, Saminjai. And in gratitude, we exhale. And we pull in Saminjai. Anai. Thank you. We pull in the Sami and feel our heart opening and brightening like a lantern. Saminjai. Just alchemize at the top of that breath for a moment. Let the breath touch anything that doesn't serve, anything that's ready to be released, any worry, fatigue, grief, and we let it go. And if you have some Palo Santo or incense, just take a moment calling in Mama Waira, the wind, and to come and receive the fragrance of your sage, receive the fragrance of your incense. And in this way, let's each of us take the opportunity to introduce ourselves to our guides and our guardians. For those of us who are Mesa carriers, just allow the Mesa team to come in. We can call them Hampoi, Hampoi, Hampoi. Aukikuna, Apokuna, Nustakuna, Hampoi, Hampoi, Hampoi. We call you to this sacred time, this sacred space. Calling in our sacred allies, our animal guardians in the four directions. Calling in the elementals. Feeling them arrive. Just feeling the intimacy of this greeting, unique for each person, this unique communion. And now we're going to bring our water. And we're going to bring our vessel of water to our heart. We're going to ask this essence of the water, this powerful living life force, this being of light. Mama Unu, Yaku, Mama. We can blow on our water, just activating this consciousness. Asking this water to help wake up the cells in our own body to the power of regeneration, the power of alchemy, the power we have with each inhale to pull in the highest frequency, and with each exhale, give back in sacred Aini and gratitude. We ask this water to help release and heal our throat today, and our konke nawe, the energy eye or chakra of our throat. We ask this water to come and bless our jaw, Help us soften the back of our tongue. Help us open the resonators like a cathedral through our body, and really help us harmonize our whole body as an instrument so that we can truly tune into the power of love, munai, the power of our will, the power of our ability to choose and drive the living energy in our life in sacred service. Again, blowing on our water. And if you have a flower, you can dip it in your water like this. And we're going to just do a little blessing on our throat. Our throat holds so much. So many people, primarily women, have thyroid issues. So many people have had trauma of not being able to say no or have good boundaries. So many times we haven't been able to say yes when we've wanted to. We hold a lot of grief here in our throat. And so song and sound and authentic expression is extremely vulnerable. This is our soul essence that we're inviting through our body temple. We're asking our body temple to remember itself and harmonize itself and become an instrument. So just, yes, receive these blessings. If you have any thoughts, you can also bring some water, this limpia, this clearing blessing, clearing our thought processes. Now we're going to place a hand right here on the clavicle, and we're going to bring our tip of our tongue just behind our front teeth, just like that, just for a little extra support here. And I call this opening the window of our konkenawe. And what we're going to do is we're going to anchor here at the heart, just with a little gentle pressure, and then gently bring our neck back, thinking about opening the window as though this is our wind temple, our waira wasi. Yeah, so it's going to just look like this, very gentle. Just feel that stretching. You can do on the side. The hyoid bone here, I call this the navigator bone, is attached to the pericardial sac around our heart. So all the times we've had a fright in our life, we've actually, it's pulled our heart up into our throat, and it's made it very difficult to speak sometimes. So this gentle stretch opens the window. And so now that our window is open, we're going to just bring some love and some compassion here. We can warm our hands up together, bringing some energy into our feeling, listening fingers. And we're going to just bring in a gentle and we're going to bring it in as though we're bringing honey into our throat. And it should feel good. So gentle. As you're playing with the sound of you should start to feel it up in here. And you should feel the back, the soft palate, just kind of gently raising as though you're yawning. And you can start feeling this vibration. And we're thinking of our fingers as antenna and as tuning forks. So we're tuning ourselves, and we're bringing this vibration in to bring warmth and more oxygen, more blood flow into the tissue. Let's try again the sound. We can turn it into a zzz, like a buzzing bee. We can squinch our nose up and get our resonators going here together. This is where we play. We get to make funny faces. Zzz. You should feel these buzzing bees starting to wake up. And then we can do some, we're going to do an ah sound. And the ah sound is like this. We want to think about our heart being open, the window here being open, and we want to have the ah sound as a ah, coming right from here. And think about as we're doing our ah, we're gently inviting whatever dense hucha energy, whatever feels congested, whatever grief that we're holding that we're ready to let go of. We want to think about letting this go with this ah sound. So it's like a little bit of a smile and a ah. Here we go together, breathing in. And let's do a yawn together. Beautiful. All right, with it, we're going to bring these listening fingers to our breastbone here. And we're going to bring in this breath called the Jacques breath. And this breath is, I originally learned it through Emily Conrad, if anyone's familiar with continuum work. This is, she does an incredible body of work that is also about waking up the body's intelligence and fluid awareness through sound. So we're going to bring in this sound that is a zh, and it's going to be sort of behind here. So we're working with the resonators, but we're also inviting it lower into our heart, our sonko temple. And we're thinking about opening this temple and nourishing. So here it goes. I'm breathing in together. I hope everyone's starting to feel that. Maybe give me some thumbs up. Are you guys starting to feel some vibration? Yeah, wonderful. Let's do another of the Jacques breath here. And deep breath in together. And we're pulling in this Sami, remember, with our inhale, this love from Pachamama. Breathing in. Good. So just taking a moment and feeling how your body may feel now. Maybe there's some warmth through the tissue. Maybe there's even some achiness. If that's the case, it may be showing up right now as an invitation to receive more of this sound vibration. It may be showing up as an opportunity for healing. I want to bring in another sound here that's so powerful. And what I think of it as the puffy breath, but really it's an invitation to drop into a more Lemurian way. And this is where I personally think about calling in the energy of the Sirenita. the mermaid, which in the Andean cosmology is one of the profound guardians and blessing beings that comes to support us when we want to heal our voice and when we also want to bless not only our body's instrument, but our flutes, our guitars, our drums. We call them sirenita. And I'm so grateful for my recent time, as I said, in Peru with my amazing teachers. Puma Freddy Quispe Singona has also been teaching so much about frequency and specifically around Sirenita. So this puffy breath right now that we're going to do, I invite you to imagine, sense, and feel within your luminous bubble, Pokpo, that you are going on a journey into the ocean, and that this sound that you're giving to your own body and waking your own body up is also going out into the ocean, is rippling out as a greeting to the whales, to the dolphins, to the sirenitas, the mermaids in the oceans, all the beings in the ocean. Okay, so thank you everyone for playing with me, this sacred play, being willing. Here we go. This is the puffy breath, and it's going to sound like this. We kind of think about this central focal sound. It's almost like a golden thread about right there. And we have the roundness, like the embouchure of our mouth, or like a cave in the back with a little bit of pressure that's opening our soft palate. And we should also just feel a little ignited energy in our heart. And we're sending out this sonar signal into the fluid atmosphere of our body and the ocean. Let's do it again. Breathing in. And just rest. Feel, sense, perceive. Feel how there's more blood flow moving. There's more energy. Let's take 3 breaths together, pulling in the Sami, the high frequency. So let's put our hands on our heart together, breathing in Samin Chai, igniting like a lantern. Thank you. Pulling in Samin Chai, alchemizing love. Anai, thank you. This third breath, we're going to pause on the top of the inhale. Really feeling, gathering the medicine in our heart right now. We're going to release it out as a prayer of gratitude for each other in this community. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, so we're a little more warmed up. I feel a little more warmed up. Let's all take a moment to just hydrate here. Hopefully you've also got a cup of tea or something and take a sip. So important to hydrate here, especially when we're releasing old stuck energy. Yeah, it can be a lot. So, So, as I said, when I work with clients in my practice, thanks to um, thanks to my earliest memories, I feel I have always been singing. I think I arrived here singing. Um, I think my mom can attest to that, and my family. I wandered the forest. I sang with the moss. I sang with the trees. I sang with the animals. I was most comfortable in nature. And then life experience happened and it took me far away. It took me to the city. A lot of traumas happened, as we all have in our life events, accidents. Some of the trauma I have sustained has also really impacted my throat, my jaw. And so it's been this journey, it's been this healing journey. And I believe that it is through our wounds sometimes, or actually all the time, that we have the opportunity to um, dance with those events, those traumatic events. We can either fight them or we can dance with them. And when we dance with them, we can alchemize them with our consciousness and bring forth the medicine, the medicine from the trauma. And that can then become our medicine gifts. And so this has been my journey with song and sound. I have always wanted to sing, and I have sustained injury to my vocal cords with accidents. I've had TMJ, I've had impact to the jaw, etc. And I think that we can all relate with that. We can all relate with how vulnerable it is as humans in this body to fully express ourselves, fully express our yes in life, and fully express our no. And as we become um, more empowered on our medicine journey, on our path of healing, we learn how to hold this capacity and increase this capacity, this higher frequency, and not be blowing it off on energy leaks or old thought patterns of feeling like a victim. We learn how to hold it and be it and stand in it. In the Andean tradition, through the Hatun Karpai, through my teachers Don Juan and Don Ivan Nunez del Prado, they talk about Rimai, which is this way that we can, through our consciousness, through our evolution as a soul, empower our expression. Rimai means wake up the expression, the full authentic expression of our voice. So it's a wonderful exploration, it's a wonderful journey, and all of us can benefit because it feels good. It feels good to make sound in our life, whether it's in the shower or as we walk in the forest. It feels good to be able to express our authentic truth with our loved ones and our community and our global community. And now is the time when we need to heed these calls as medicine people and step forward as healers, as teachers. And that's what the Shamans Directory is here for. That's what this IU is here for. So I want to talk just a little bit about mantra, icaro, mudra. I don't know all the many hundreds of words to represent sacred song, but in every indigenous culture, there is a power in sound and breath and song. And especially in shamanic traditions across the globe, this is a way in which the curanderos, the healers, the humpek, pacos, the shamans know how to focus breath with the benefit and the blessing of wind, with the elements of water, with the power of Pachamama and Elpa to direct sound to heal and clear disease, dis-ease in the body, and increase vitality. The list goes on and on. So um, probably the most well-known uh, singers of Icaro is the Shipibo, but throughout the Andean, the Andes, through Bolivia even, and through Ecuador, there's many indigenous tribes where the shamans, the curanderos, have spent their whole life in communion with plant spirits, and primarily grandmother ayahuasca has, as I understand it, has opened in this beautiful, benevolent, generous way, has actually come. My teacher Poma teaches us that ayahuasca came as a being of light, as a master of light, and has offered us this gift, this amazing gift, to help us catch up with the ceremony of our own life, with this ancient technology that we used to have of being able to communicate in much more advanced ways than we can now. So we're catching up, remembering. And for me, I didn't grow up in a Shipibo culture, so I can't say that that I can speak fully to the power of Icaro, but I can say how it has affected me and how it has touched me. And that is that I see Icaro like a golden pathway. And Icaro is the sound frequencies that the shaman receives from the plant and from the allies, the animal allies, from the wind. And it is a sound coding that comes through and wakes up our cellular technology, wakes up our neuroplasticity. And I think of it as a map. Sometimes I see it visually as a temple of sound, like a golden threads either rising from the earth or sometimes descending from the heavens. And the shaman will come and specifically, kind of weave or tap into little areas that need support. So that's how I understand Icaro. And for me, because I've always sung with Pachamama, this is a beautiful and intriguing, magical golden thread that I'm inviting into my own life. And and I feel like it's connected to medicine song and to mantra, to all these expressions that we have as medicine people of using our human instrument to be a channel and harmonize with our elemental nature, with sacred nature, and remember ourselves as sacred nature by doing so. So that's the frequency alchemy that I'm trying to bridge here and invite us all into. So with that, I am going to invite all of us to just take a 5-minute break, stretch, go to the bathroom, drink a little bit of water. I'm going to transition here, and with the blessing of the heart of technology, I'm going to I'm going to invite my partner to come in, and we're going to transition, and we're going to sing some songs. And as we're singing, the invitation is for each of us to be trusting ourselves and listening, calling in the sound coding in our own body, whether that's through humming. Maybe you start hearing some lyrics. Whatever comes to you is a gift for you. And I'm so grateful to my teacher Puma, because he reminds us that everything is for us and nothing is ours. So we can receive these sound codings as blessings and healings. So this is my partner Bill, my musical partner and my partner in life, and we're gonna just transition here. So we'll be back. Okay, so can you hear us? Yes? Okay. We're going to start with a mantra. We're going to invite people to sing with us. I'm going to give a little cheers to Pachamama here. Mm-hmm. So just inviting everyone to breathe. So just sense and feel. I hope you're hearing the sound. I hope you're also sounding in this ceremony of song, in your own ceremony, as we're all connected together. I hope you're finding your vibration, trusting your sound codes. Thank you. This next song I received as a blessing, as a limpia and a healing from the medicine of bee, which in the Andean cosmology is a mountain spirit or guardian. And a few summers back, I was stung profusely and actually received it as a karpai. It woke up a whole bunch of memories, and then the bee became the doctor. So this is called Honey in the Heart, and I invite you to hum or buzz like a bee or sing. This is an adventure. Okay. Honey in the heart, sweet and golden, Pachamama holding a hive of beauty woven, to the bees beholden, for honey in the heart, honey in the heart. Honey in the heart, sweet and golden, like light codes spoken, all the doors open, now that love's awoken. Honey in the heart, honey in the heart. Thank you, Master Bees. You are the doctors, helping beauty walkers flower and empower with honey in the heart, honey in the heart. May we each receive gifts from the bees, like light codes spoken, all the doors open, now that love's awoken. Honey in the heart, honey in the heart.
light cuts, light codes spoken, all the doors open, all the doors open. Now the love's awoken, 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 light code spoken, all the doors open. Now the love's awoken, now the love's awoken. Down, down, day, hi, hi, oh, ay, 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 like light codes spoken, all the doors open. Now that love's awoken, light codes spoken. Die, 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 dee doo, dee dee, 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 da, dee, 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 go, go, go. Light God spoken, all the doors open. Now that love's awoken, honey in the heart, honey in the heart. I hope you can feel the honey. What are we doing now? Okay. This next song is a beautiful icaro. Many of you probably know it. It's called Sirenita. And as I mentioned earlier, Sirenita is the mermaid. And in this case, this song is a healing blessing, working with the power of Mama Unu, water, and also with the flower, bobinsana, which is this beautiful, heart-opening medicine plant that grows along the side of the Amazon River. And bobinsana has incredible healing gifts. And so this is a icaro honoring the Sirenita and the healing power of bobinsana. So I invite you to, sing, hum, rattle, whisper, whistle. The whisper whistling is a way that we can call our ancestors, and just join us. Sirenita, tú las río, danza, danza con el viento. Sirenita, tú las río, danza, danza con el viento. Con tus flores y aroma perfumado con tus flores y aroma, perfume para los corazones. Cura, cura, cuerpecitos, limpia, limpia, espiritu. Cura, cura, cuerpecitos, limpia, limpia, espiritu. Cantaremos sicarita, abuelita, curandera. Danzaremos muy bonito, azarita, bobensana. Ray, 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 ray. Ray, 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 ray. Mama unu yaku mama Saranita limpia 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 Saranita Mama unu Hmm. Hmm. I hope you can feel the blessing of Sirenita coming to each of us. The last little sound offering I want to share and co-create with each of you is a healing song that came to me when I was on a personal journey healing from cancer. And it's called Further In. And it's truly about trusting ourself, this microcosm, this innate intelligence within us that also is vast and is connected to the stars. And so for me in my healing journey, I had to go deep into my blood, into my bones, into my cellular technology, and call forth and manifest my healing potential. And so it's called Further In. And I'm going to actually, we're hoping that this technology works. We're going to play a recording that includes two of my medicine sisters. My dear Mesa Munai Paco sister, Sarah Zacharias, who I believe is here with us today, is singing on it. And also another medicine sister, Zoe Wren, is singing on it. I hope you can hear it. I'm going to just be channeling a prayer over the top. And within this little journey of inviting each of us further into our biology, our wasi, our physical temple. Sing, sound, whisper, whistle, buzz, hum, or just receive and lay back, however you feel to. Okay, here we go. Pachamama. Ampui, ampui, ampui. Aukikuna. Nustakuna, apukuna. Hampui, hampui, hampui. Jaskaruna. Uira kocha. Hampui, hampui, hampui. Apukuna, nustakuna. Limpia, limpia, limpia. Limpia. Jaskaruna. Pachakamak. Cosmic Mother. Siwarkinti. Kispi kuntur. Kispi puma. Kispi amaru. Tika. Tikane munai. Tikane munai. Sonko. Sonko munai. Sonko munai. Sonko munai. Wilka munai. Yankai. Kausai. Yachai. Saminchai. Talunchai. Kapunchai. Warchai. Hampoi. 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 Chaskaruna. Estrella luz. Luz da luz. Luz da luz. Estrella. Ancestors, spiritu, ancestral, spiritu, limpia, 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 sonko, sonko munai, wilka munai, wilka sonko, wilka munai. Kocha, Chaskaruna, Chaskaruna, Apu Asangate, Anusta, Ayankate, Hampoi, 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 Otorongo Puma, Kispi Puma, Kispi Puma, Hampoi, Hampoi, Hampoi. Jaskaruna, Pachamama. Hmm. Sending that all out to you as blessings, as prayers of love. I hope you received it. If you need to stretch or do anything right now, drink a little water. I'm going to transition back and we'll come into any questions.
Well, I want to give big thanks to my partner, Bill. That was so lovely that he was able to join me. I'm really grateful for that, and so grateful for each of you. This technology is amazing. I felt us in ceremony. There was moments when I was approaching this session where I thought, how in goddess name am I going to invite us into ceremony at 8 a.m. in the morning? How are we gonna do this? And Great Spirit has shown us, and technology is catching up to the fact that we need to connect in these ways. And so I'm so grateful that we have this amazing ability to reach each other in a beautiful way all across the globe. And I just have infinite gratitude to Trisha and Mayumi and Wake and everyone at the Shamans Directory that's inviting me to step up right to my threshold of growth, my growth edge, and inviting me to do things that are out of my comfort zone that help me grow. So I'm so grateful for that. And thank you for being here with me. So
I see one question, and it's from Ashley, and it says, "How did you begin your studies?" And I'm not sure if she means voice or shamanic. So maybe Ashley, you could clarify that. Shamanic.
shamanic, okay. Well, I began my shamanic journey at a really young age with some events that at the time I had no idea uh, that were waking me up in profound ways. And I think that yeah, that's where I was referring to the trauma as medicine in a way. You know, in many cultures in the Andean cosmology, you have to actually be hit by lightning to receive a shamanic awakening. For me, that awakening was a tree, very close proximity to me. And of course, my name is Tree, my given name is Tree. And I was given the name of Tree from this tree that was in our orchard that spiraled. It actually looks kind of crazy. It was a crazy tree. And I believe it was hit by lightning. And anyway, I've been on the mystical shamanic path for many, many years. I think I formally started really training when I joined a mystery school in my early 20s in New Mexico, where we studied Gurdjieff and Fourth Way. It was a yeah, Eastern mystery school, and started learning about the living energy at that time and how to work with gosh, the living energy. Yes. So that was then, and then I did a lot of shamanic, more formal training in Seattle, Washington. I was part of a group called the Star Diamond, where we were really working in the trenches and doing a lot of. It felt like a lot of heavy lifting at that time. A lot of more core shamanism, if you will. It felt very much like yeah, it felt like a battle at that time for me. And it wasn't until I came to Andean cosmology and the shamanism and mysticism through my training with Puma, Freddie Quispe Singona, Vilma Pinedo, um, Don Juan and Don Ivan Nunes del Prado of the Hatun Karpai, that I really came back into this memory of earth stewardship at the core of what for me means shamanism. I've been in the healing arts for over 25 years. I've done master Reiki, have done numerous modalities. So all of that has informed my shamanic path. Um, yeah, I guess I could go on and on, but I hope that touches on the question. Yeah.
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything they would like to ask Ava? Feel free to put it in the chat if you have a question.
I'm seeing here one from Regina. What is the best singing exercise to do if you suffer from tremors and loss of strength and energy due to mix of Parkinson and MCTD? Yeah, I think for that I would really work on the Jacques breath that we did. This is the sound where we're bringing in sound vibration into the breastbone. So we're helping in that way calm our nervous system down. I would also recommend for that really working with the brainstem and bringing one hand to the sacrum and one hand to the occiput, and bringing M sounds, and opening like sounds to the brainstem and to the relationship of the sacrum as this pump that pumps cerebral spinal fluid up through our whole central nervous system as this potent breath of life. So I would play with the sound, and I would play with this connection, getting harmony between the occiput and the sacrum. And actually, you can use the visual. I don't know if you can see with my hands, maybe it's better like this. You want them to be rocking. So you want the flexion and extension relationship between the occiput and the sacrum, which is a continuous membrane, to be rocking together. And so I would put that focus on your sounding, and think about your sound nourishing, going to the heart of what is initiating the tremor. So bringing hydration to the tissue, to the bones, and most of all, really bringing love and so much compassion to your body temple that is going through a hard process here. So the love in this case, and anytime we're dealing with a physical dis-ease, an unsettled or a pain, we also want to not only bring our sound play, but we really, most importantly, want to bring our unconditional love for this body temple and for the miracle of life that is giving us this opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you. I have another question for you.
Mm.
The question is, could you elaborate a little bit on how you use voice and sound during your healing sessions?
Yes. I feel like it's a little bit tricky because we're in this context, but imagine, if you will, that we were in a session together, and actually this does work well one-on-one you know, well, it works well in this context too. But when I'm working one-on-one physically in real time, as in not a shamanic session over Zoom, when I have the opportunity to put my hands on somebody's feet, for instance, which is usually where I start. Feet are the place where we negotiate gravity. So this is where I listen and I ask the body to um, bring its potency or its innate intelligence forward. And what happens is the body almost immediately begins to talk to me. So someone's system will usually start showing me a pattern, a movement. For instance, if this was me and my hands were on your feet right now, one foot would start going in and the other one wouldn't. And so we would, and this is when I'd be inviting my allies and I'd be inviting the wind, and I would invite the wind to come into this side that is stuck. In other words, it's not moving up at the hip, right? And I might do some blowing. I might change my breathing pattern to help the healthy side that's moving inform the other side. So I'm thinking of the whole Pokpo luminous energy bubble around my client in relationship to my Pokpo, and then using sound. So it could be something like, right? I could do something like that. Or sometimes this powerful healing prayer I usually start my sessions with, and this is given to me from Puma, is the Saminchai, Talunchai, Kapunchai, Yowarchai, Hampoi, Hampoi, Hampoi. So we're actually calling in through the breath of my prayer, this activated DNA matrix cellular memory within the blood, within the bones, within the ancestral DNA of the client. And it's powerful what happens. Usually we'll see this like little reorganization, and then suddenly there's a foundation. Suddenly the pelvis will come into balance. And then when I work with the organs, I will often again have this conversation with my listening fingers, with my hands open. Even talking about it, my hands activate. That's one of the shamanic activations I've received, is through my hands. And I can place my hands on someone's liver and it will tell me a whole story. It will tell me what it can say and what it can't say, what it's afraid of, what it's willing to do or not. And same with we're listening for movement. So same with our whole body temple. We want, with the liver, for instance, we want medial and lateral rotation. So if the liver is saying, I can't move, then we bring sound. And I may just like gently ask the liver. It's never an imposition with my clients. It's always an invitation, because I always honor that, if there is something stuck in the body, it's there for a reason. And it's not my job to take it off or fix it or heal it. Rather, invite somebody to become empowered to do it themselves. And so we invite that liver. We do it with sound. And so if this was the liver and my fingers were here, I would do, and as I'm listening and doing that vibration, what I'm actually finding is this connective tissue and viscera. I'm following the viscera, and so much information comes out here. I've had conversations with ancestors past show up in the space. I've had people had powerful healings where suddenly there'll be a taste of off gassing, like medicine, anesthesia especially will come off the organs. Trauma, so there can be a lot of grief here. But when and if, and again, we don't push, we wait for the body to say yes. But when that organ begins to move, then, then the flow, it's almost like the flow starts to move, the large intestine will start to move, everything will suddenly do a recalibration. And this is where I think of it as this alchemy, right? Suddenly the breathing diaphragm, someone will get a full breath, maybe for the first time in years. And it's so profound. Sometimes at that point, I will hear an icaro coming through. So it'll be some specific, like almost tapping that will happen around the organs, perhaps. Yeah. Again, I could describe so many different sessions. Each one is so unique, and I feel so privileged to when I'm facilitating in that shamanic way in a session, it's really and truly my Mesa team, I feel, and all my helpers that are working through me. So I'm bringing my medical, or my anatomy. I'm bringing all that training to the table, but I'm also being hollow, and I'm just listening and inviting, listening, inviting. And in that process of inviting and listening, I'm inviting my clients to trust themselves. I'm inviting sound codes to come through for not just myself, but for them also. So they may start having some sighs, or I might invite them to do a certain sound. For instance, there's a one sound that I work with a lot. Clients who are on this call might recognize it. And I don't know if you'll hear it, but I call it a cave wind sound. And this is a sound of wind. It's like a wind tunnel. And I use it to clear the whole spinal column, the whole central nervous system. And it's I don't know if you can hear, but that sound of the back palate being lifted as though wind, as I said, a wind tunnel through a canyon, actually brings blood flow, brings oxygen, brings nourishment to the whole central nervous system, to the interstitial spaces, to the nerves. Is profound. I've had amazing results with people who've um, yeah, literally been able to move again after, pretty serious injury, broken back, etc. Yeah. So hopefully that answers your question a little bit.
There's so many questions coming in, but I think we should honor the time. I've put Ava's profile on Shaman's Directory in the chat. You can schedule a session with her online at Shaman's Directory. And I also want to give you a minute to talk about your upcoming offering of the Rose course that you're offering.
Thank you so much, Tricia. Yeah, I am so excited. My dear Nusta, priestess, goddess, Ashera Sarfati, who's here in this ceremony, is joining in a co-creation. Together, we are going to work with the magic resonance and medicine of the mysterious, beautiful Queen Rose. We're going to be drinking, we're going to be in the Ceremony of Rose. So it's a 6-week program, and it will be an invitation to work with the elements, to work with the divine feminine, wake that part of ourselves up that is remembering how to be receptive as a woman. We're going to work with practices of deep, deep nourishment, and play. We're going to do a lot of play. We're going to do songs and sound coding. Ashera is a sound healer and transformational coach. She's also done numerous pilgrimages to Peru and is a medicine keeper in that way, in a beautiful way. So we're so looking forward to doing this online journey, and it's starting really, really soon. It's starting on Monday, and if anyone feels resonant, please reach out. There's the link, as Trisha said, on my profile. And yes, everyone, well, actually not everyone, I'm sorry, usually everyone. This time is just women. So um, yes, so there's an invitation to join, and I would be delighted, overjoyed, honored. Yes.
Beautiful. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ava. Thank you, Ava's partner, who's no longer on screen. Thank you for this beautiful event today. Thank you all for joining us. And just as a reminder, we have at least 2 of these live events a month. If you'd like to make sure that you hear about them, you can go to shamansdirectory.com and register for our monthly newsletter. And we actually have a special Valentine's Day event, which is not something we've actually ever had at Shamans Directory. But Joan Parisi Wilcox, who is the author of Masters of the Living Energy, has offered to do a special Valentine's Day event for us. And she has also created a special deep dive into intimate relationships course, which she usually only offers once a year. She's going to offer it especially for anyone who participates on Valentine's Day. So it's a big gift from Joan Parisi Wilcox. So anyone who's free on Valentine's Day, the event begins at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 2 p.m. New York on Valentine's Day. So Ava, thank you again so much, and thank you everyone for being here today. We look forward to seeing you again soon at another Shamans Directory live event. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you, everyone. Blessings on your day. Infinite blessings. Much monai. Until soon.